Hello everyone, today in this video I am going to speak with you about Source Filmmaker. It will be a big tutorial. In this 1 hour I will try to explain the interface of Source Filmmaker, how to create your projects, how to download the models if there are zip folders, how to download PBR material add-ons, how to prevent your Source Filmmaker from crashing. So let's start. This is our start dialog. Let's create a new project called tutorial. This is our new project. So what we should do now, if someone don't know how to download Source Filmmaker, let me show you how to download it. At first you must open Steam and type here Source Filmmaker. And like that you're just downloading the Source Filmmaker, and soon for downloading the model you should open the workshop, and here for example you want to download this model. Just subscribe, open your Source Filmmaker, yes, download the models, click OK, and soon yes to all if it will appear. Now we see that our models are downloading, but what you should do if your models are like a zip folder. At first I don't have any models with that folders. I have deleted everything, but let me show what you must do. When you will open the folder, the zip folder which you will download, you will see materials and models folder. At first, in this zip archive what you had downloaded, open the models and open the file manager again, go to system C disk, your main disk, program files, search for Steam, Steam apps, come on, Source Filmmaker, game, user mode, models, and paste here folder with models. In your zip archive it will called models. Double click to this folder and mainly it called by the name of creator of this model. And again in this zip archive which you had downloaded, open the materials folder, and in materials folder you will see models file. Double click and extract these materials like that. And congratulations, you had downloaded the model from Google Disk, and you can do everything with maps, but folder will be maps. So let me show how to load the map. Right mouse button clicking on the primary viewport, load map, and I will use Black Void. You can use any other map which you had downloaded. For example, this map is like the model, so you must create a new animation set for this map. I will show you later. Why I can search. Oh, this workshop had updated. Okay, let's search for map, and if you will see PSP folder, this is the map, and you will be able to find it in map searcher. So let's disable the lights. Let's create a new camera. For jumping into camera, just drag and drop to here, and this is our camera. Some people just can view the model of the camera, but I don't like this. I think that I must animate camera myself from the camera view. So let's import the model. We must select the model file, and I will search for Springtrap, which I want. Okay, let it be just a classic Springtrap. By pressing right mouse button you can set the skin if your model has this, but for this model it's Five Nights at Freddy's free project FNaF free Springtrap, and it's just will fix your normal maps so you can set the lights correctly. For selecting your bones, go to the graph editor and by pressing Ctrl select your bone, and it's a main bone called pelvis. So you can move your model, rotate your model, and there's some instruments you can use. It's for moving, this for rotating, but I always use for rotating only this, because this is movements are not so smooth and so um, let me say normal, because this is real life. Our movements should tilt, should uh, have some jitter effect. They should wiggle like bones, like a broken bones. So again, jump into your camera. Z is raise your camera up, X is down. You can control your camera like in game by pressing the left mouse button and these keys. So we just set the position for our camera. What we will do next? We will learn how to set a position for our model. Let's go to work camera, select your body of your model. It's called spin. You can just select every bone which you have, which you will choose. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm here again. I just wanted to know if I had closed the door, so nobody will be able to enter to my flat, to my house. Okay, let's just set the position. It will be, he will watch to the viewer from behind, and not from behind, just this position. Every time when I use this model, I have a nostalgia feeling, because I was watching Informer's animations, but unfortunately Informer's channel was hacked. I don't know if this information is right, but one person told me that his channel was hacked, hacker attack, and I don't know if he doing his animations again. Every time I was thinking just he didn't want to make some animations. Okay, Control S for saving your project, for preventing it from Source Filmmaker crashing. I will show you later how to prevent Source Filmmaker from crashing. It's very easy. You just must have a video card. I think you have video card. and let's select eyelids 1 and raise them up for a little bit and move to front a little bit. So we just have set our position for our model, and so let's talk about lighting. How you must create your lights, how you must set up your lights, and let's speak only about that. So by pressing the plus, create animation set for new light. The light appears in animation set editor. Drag and drop into our viewport. Click enable lighting, and our first light in the scene must be the volumetric light for the background. Our light mustn't shine into our model because it's just a volumetric light for our background. Increase the intensity, and our light must be I think I wanna do it warm. A little bit increase the intensity. Add again the new light. It will be here on the top of the right side. Increase shadow filter size. Set up a better position for your light, and it also be warm. Just increase the intensity a little bit, and you can copy and paste your light to the left side on the bottom of the left side and increase the intensity. So I think you can see that it's very easy. It's not difficult. We're just setting up our lights, and we must create a rim light for our model. No, just create animation set for a new light. Shadow filter size to minimum and shadow pattern. Just go down and okay, our rim light will be on the both sides of the model, on the left and on the right side. At first, let's set up the left side. That is the left side, copy, paste, and go to right. And on the right side again. A little bit go down. Okay, control save. Good. But I think that it's a little bit empty, so let's add another light called light 6. It will be here, and I wanna make it red color. Increase the intensity, shadow filter size, to red color and decrease the blue colors, so your red light will be less bright. Okay, it's good. Let's create some particles. You can download your particles from workshop, create a new particle system, browse. You can see that the direction where I had opened my folder with particles, that's source filmmaker game workshop particles, and here you can select the dust particles which I had just downloaded. It's called the Five Nights at Freddy's classic particles, I think. -1 to 5 seconds will be our emission duration, and let's set particles here. Copy paste again. I want to see more particles, so let's move our particle system. I don't want to see them here, so let's select it again. Control point 0. We must only move control point 0. Okay, it's good. So let's set up our camera. For maps, if you use some map, so let's talk about depth of field. You can select your focal distance, right, like that. If your model is so far and you must select your focal distance, just remap the size from 100 to 200 to 300, of course, and see that you can move it to 300 distance. But for my comfort, I will use 115. Aperture to maximum, but I can remap the size to 15. I like using 15 because I see that it's more blurry. Bloom scale, you can decrease it, but I like the bloom on my animations, so I won't disable it. What you must do now, see that your render is not clear. In it's called clip editor, you can see that it's very not blurry, it's see like it's some noises, it's noisy, it's bad quality. So let's render settings, open and this progression for frame settings and select 128 samples to depth of field, but for quality you can select 256, but for animations I use that option. Motion blur I always use 64, but if it's just a poster you can disable motion blur. Okay, so let's render our poster. We go to File, Export Poster, Save. It will be in Downloads. Let's call it just one. It will be PNG. Export Poster. You see that it's preparing a render poster. Whoa, it's only 20 minutes and I spoke about lighting. I spoke about everything. If you don't know what the window is this, I will show you later. It's when you see a flickering screen. I think I mustn't render this because I won't use it anyway. It's just for our tutorial. So, okay. I just selected game engine window and I disabled this option because it was enabled and my screen was flickering. It was very uncomfortable for me. So now let's create animation. It will be our last part of this tutorial. And in the second part, you will only see how I create an animation. It will be color part. I had already made a color part for my friend Leftich, but I don't know. I didn't make a video from that PNG sequence. I had already done and rendered it, but haven't made a video. Okay, I will make it like a video later, so let me show how to create the animation. I always do this by using the screen. It's called screen, this tool, but I use it global rotating tool. I used to speak like that. I don't like to call it screen because I can move my model, I can um, rotate it how I want. So let's just start from animating. I won't animate the half part, but if your camera shooting on these objects like legs, like pelvis, of course you must make a position for your leg. If you won't do that, your um, model will be very static. It won't look aesthetic. It won't look beautiful. It will look like you was very lazy to set a position for your legs. Okay, let's start. Use the hand tool for interacting with your uh, timeline. Mouse wheel, it will extend your timeline in view. Yes, so let's start animating. First position. No, it's very bad. Let's do it again. No, it's again very bad. Let's do it again. As you see, your movements should be not very fast and not very slow. Okay, I've made my animation. Every bone in this animation is moving, so it's a main reason why my animations just look normally. If your animation doesn't have the bones which are moving, your animation won't be so good, so you must animate every your bone. Okay, let me show how to rendering the model with the animation. Click export. At first let's select a folder, go to main. I will go to find suite folder, new, tutorial. Okay, let me save that, open the sim, library, guides, and let's increase our source filmmaker resolution. Increase, go to properties, paste it here, and launch source filmmaker again. And we will be able to render in 1080 megapixel. It will be our new source filmmaker resolution. If you have very strong computer, you can just use a 4K. Let's wait. Opening a new project in new source filmmaker resolution can cause some problems with performance. Okay, file, export, movie, image sequence. Select your new resolution which we have added, samples, increasing, motion blur adding. I don't have other entities, select other entity for your maps. Override frame rate, I wanna rendering it in 30 frames per second. Override shutter speed, decrease it to 10. If you want to decrease it, your motion blur will be very blurry and you won't see anything. I'm gonna select my folder which I had just created for this tutorial, and I will call my rendering project tutorial. So click export movie. I will turn on I think to cool my laptop. As you can see, we can see some artifacts. It's called that we must set a little bit more samples for depth of field, but we won't be able to do it correctly if our rendering time will be very long. If you don't want to wait very long for your render time, you just select 128 pixel samples. But I think that I just had forgotten to set up the one thing that's called depth of field. So let me open source filmmaker again and delete everything which is in this folder. I just had ended my source filmmaker task and opened my project again. If I won't set up my depth of field, everything will be very blurry. You won't be able to see anything. Okay. Okay, everything's okay. We can render it again. I don't have any WAV file, any WAV file, so I won't render audio. Select motion blur again. Right, shutter speed to 10 and frame rate to 30. Export movie. Okay, we tried just rendered our project, so let's make the final steps. Open your Adobe Premiere Pro or any other program where you can just make change with your image sequence, but don't use any other type which you just rendering mp4 file, and this mp4 file you again extracting in your program for editing. I recommend you to use Adobe Premiere Pro. Just download Adobe Premiere Pro, skip, okay, import, just right mouse button, go to desktop. Where is your project? Just opening your project, select images, select PNG here. Where is PNG? There are a lot of formats. Okay, I think it's here. I just forgotten to set up my file location. So open the Steam. Where is Steam? Steam apps, come on. Source Filmmaker game. Image sequence. Open. Drag and drop. It's okay. But it's not so fast as I thought. Okay, I know that I can just set up my speed for animation, but I don't think that it will be good. No, you mustn't set up your speed for animation. If you just made a mistake like me while animating, it's ours fault. If you just made a mistake like me here, and you mustn't set up your speed and duration for your animation. So this is the end of our tutorial. Maybe this happened because of I just selected 30 FPS per second, and it just reclipped all the frames and pasted the 6 frames into our session. It's maybe the fault of recording, recoding our project. But let's be honest, we should render only in 24 FPS. This is the main reason why I don't render in 16 FPS, because my renders will be very smooth and very long. You won't just get something good from watching that animations. Okay, it's the end of our tutorial. Thank you very much if you just visited it, if you just watched it. We will see you on the next videos and the next animations and the next color paths, which will be available for you very soon. Goodbye, everyone.